Today we're going to learn about Colorado's regions. Our target is I can identify what defines boundaries between regions. And so the different characteristics of the regions help us determine the boundaries. Let's go ahead and look at them. Today we're going to look at a physical map. So we're going to be looking at not really the roads that we take or the cities that we are going to be going to or the really cool places like Ilches and Waterworld. We're going to be looking at natural land forms. Let's go ahead and look here. This green area is very flat. This must be the plains. This really bumpy area means that the land is far off and off the land. It's high up. These must be the mountains. Right here, you see some rigid pieces. It's just not as big as this. This must be the Colorado Plateaus. And then right here, you still see rigid. It's just not as rigid as these plateaus and some flatland. That must be the Wyoming Basin. Let's go look at them. So on this side, just like the physical map, we have the Great Plains. The Great Plains are flat, and we're going to look at pictures to see them. Then we have the Rocky Mountains that are super high mountains. They're way off the ground. And then we have the Colorado Plateaus that are almost like eating off of a table. So they're flat on top, but then they are off the ground. And then the Wyoming Basin is a little bit of every like hills and flatland. It's kind of a mixture of the Colorado Plateaus and the Great Plains. Let's go ahead and look at pictures of these. The Great Plains are super flat. Yes, they still have trees and lots of grasses, but they're super flat. The Rocky Mountains are way high off the ground. And then the Rocky Mountains have different colors too. Have you heard of red rocks? A lot of the mountains also have snow. The Colorado Plateaus are flat a lot on the top. They're very flat surfaces on top. They're almost like hilly but flat, like a table you could eat off of. This is one of my favorite places, Mesa Verde. Did you know that Mesa Verde is right by the Four Corners and that you can be standing in four corners at the same time? Well, we're going to learn later that the Four Corners in Mesa Verde is where the ancestral Puebloans lived, or the Anasazi, and they created cliff dwellings within the plateaus. And then finally, we have the Wyoming Basin, which has waters and flat lands, but still hills. Today, you're going to create your own map. So, what you're going to do is go into Seesaw and you're going to draw the different four regions. So, you're going to have the Great Plains over here, and then whatever color you use it as, make sure you color over here and say Great Plains. And then you're going to have the mountains right here, the Rocky Mountains, and whatever color that you do it in, right? Rocky Mountains in the color. And then right here, you're going to have the plateaus. So you're going to put whatever color you use, and then plateaus. And then finally, the Wyoming Great Basin, which, yes, comes down into Colorado, the corner right here. It's whatever color you do that in, you're going to go ahead and put the color, and you're going to write the Wyoming Great Basin. Okay. I look forward to seeing your maps. Really try your best. If you need to remember what those regions are, you can always go back to the second slide right here to help you. But today, I would also like you when you do it to try to add those textures if you can. Have fun with this. I can't wait to see your projects.